The youngest of New York voters have the lowest turnout rates in contrast to older voters. Here at the College of Staten Island, Kirby Sykes is knowledgeable of student activism through her work as the project coordinator of NYPIRG, the New York Public Interest Research Group.
Our role is educating students and showing students that you really do have access to your legislators. People just kind of feel like they don't matter to the government, and even if they do vote, it's not going to make a difference. And that's not really true, but people feel that way.
According to the U.S. Census Bureau, only 48% of 18 to 24-year-olds have reported voting, while older generations report voting at a rate of 55% and above. Luis, a CSI student, gave me his experience with voting.
Yeah, I did actually vote for president for the first time ever because with the stuff that President Trump was saying, I didn't really necessarily agree with it, so I felt like I had to voice my opinion.
Do you plan to vote in this upcoming student election?
Yes, I do plan on voting for one of the president people in my class.
CSI is holding its 2025 Student Gov elections. Student President candidate Vincent has insight of what it's like on the front lines of this next election.
I joined the student government because I love to be involved and I love to give back to my school. And I just like the idea that you get to impact your community. I'm running on the ideas of student necessities. So students really need better bus transportation to our college because a lot of students take the bus. And students also need to, not have to pay so much for the parking permit, and also food options. There's actually been a big mix. So some students are very receptive. They'll stop, they'll scan. Other students are like in a rush. They'll take a paper and then hopefully do it at home. And some students, they just don't want to be bothered. And those students, yeah, they're tough, but we see so many, and it's cool to actually see people come back and forth day after day. Hey, how you doing? Because now we're actually making friends. So part of this is also community building within itself in the election.
Action is so good for getting students through the door. People get involved on things that are local and personal, and then once students are starting to get politically involved, they'll often get involved in more abstract, bigger projects.